Okay, I just want to do a really quick video on kind of the aftermath of the trip. So what I'm wearing now is pretty much what I probably could have worn every day. It's the Stella and Dot drapey gray shirt. I even got poop on it yesterday, leaving customs, and we're at my mom's house now. And we washed it, and I mean, even when it got poop on it, you could barely tell. It was more just like I knew it was there. So anyway, this shirt was invaluable. These jeans also could have worn them every day. And the ballet flats, scarf, and the pleather black jacket. You could pretty much wear them every day. I mean, here in Iowa now, it's 50 degrees, supposed to get to 72, and I'm like, I'll just wear it again. So anyway, that's what I'm wearing. And then in terms of jewelry, I brought this, which is probably too much, but I just got a couple of the necklaces and earrings, and I wanted to wear them. This also had pills in it, like mainly in here and a couple in here for every day. Hey there.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yep. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. So anyway, jewelry, I probably could have gotten away with like maybe just one or two necklaces and like one or two earrings. It was fun to wear, but anyway, this was just a little bit bulky. In terms of the toiletries, starting with this guy, this was great. I love how this worked out. I hardly ever even referenced the checklist to the left. But that's what I had left afterwards. I thought maybe the blush would be too little, so I brought this, but I ended up not using this other Bare Minerals one. So the cream blush, cream bronzer, my primer, and translucent powder. This was the only one that got used up. And then there's that. So that worked out great. We'll definitely do that again. Deodorant is way too big. You can see this was, again, about half full, not even, I barely use this. I didn't use it nearly as much as I thought I would. Of course, I use it every day, but I brought too much. In terms of this also worked out great. My facial sunblock, there's still a little bit in there after this trip. And although I am running low on this, it's hard to tell in this, but I brought just the right amount. These brushes I used every day, use this every day. This was some extra foundation, which I didn't need because this still has just a little bit left in there. This was my clindamycin, which I did just finish up using. I did not, let's see, the tweezers are in here somewhere. Use those, did not use that, did not use this. The two eyeshadows, I use this, I use this. This was also very nice to have. This was also very nice to have. You can see there's just a little bit left. Eyeshadow, I used this every day. I never once used the mirror. So if there's a way to minimize that, I've heard of using Q-tips. That might work out well, but anyway, this was also kind of small, so anyway, that worked out well. So as the tweezers, as I mentioned, those go right there. I did use those, and these were good for my kids, actually. Their nails grew like crazy. So this whole little kit was great. The metal box is a little bulky, but I'll work on minimizing that. Okay, so I use this all the time. In terms of this is how I packed my medicines. And I brought the prescription label because apparently you're supposed to. But at night, I ended up showering every night with my kids because they just get so filthy that I would just wash my face in the shower with whatever was available there. So I ended up not even using much this Chanel, this stuff, which is great. It worked great, but you can see I still have plenty of it. What else? My facial soap, I use that. Yep, I use there. The Tan Luxe stuff, I didn't use nearly as much as I thought I would, but it was definitely nice to have. What else? I brought too much lotion. My facial moisturizer here, you can see that I'm running really low on that. And I did bring a couple extra of these things, which I ended up not having to dip into. And then I've got this curl defining cream, which I probably should have brought more of the Pacifica curl defining cream.
Mommy,
Yeah.
who are you talking to?
I'm making a video. Yeah, and then other than that, the juniper mist, I hardly ever got a chance to use that. I totally forgot about it. Although I do love it the way it smells. I had this one for my eye stuff. And then I had 3 of these I used up. These were brand new, totally filled up. So this is That one got mostly used up, and I use these every day, and my skin was fantastic. And then this one, I used in the morning, and I used the City Skin Potion, the blue label, but I used that one, the blue label, all up, and I loved it. I really did. It made my pajamas smell nice. Like, highly recommend the monk oil. And then I brought melatonin and I bought fish oil there, which is what this is. I kind of mixed them up. And I didn't use them nearly as much as I thought I would. So the toothpaste, I brought 2 small travel tubes, and those got used up, and my husband even used it. But yeah, they got all used up, so now we're using my parents' toothpaste today. Shampoo. Okay, so this here is really what's left of my shower routine. The Montalbano bar worked fantastic. This had some of my medicated shampoo in it, which I used up, and this is now filled with some conditioner I bought while there. My kids definitely need conditioner, so that's just conditioner that went from shampoo to conditioner. Although I love the Montalbano bar for every day. This is still actually wet. I kept these in the organza bag, which you may see is kind of wet still. And that worked okay. The thing is, the shampoo bar, you can see it's kind of stuck to my razor because it didn't get dry. That's the downside of not having like a special tin for the shampoo bar. So I would look into maybe the actual tin for these. These work great though for my kids and for myself. I use the exfoliator in the shower more than anything, and I didn't use this nearly as much as I thought I would. I have 2 of these, and I didn't use it. This is actually some soap, because my kids' soap I used up, and my daughter wanted to get some at Monet's Garden. So I let her buy some soap, and this is how I just packaged it up at the very end, which is annoying, and I don't like traveling this way, but it all fits into this plastic thing, which none of this got into the rest of my luggage. So that worked out great. So as for the rest of my clothes, I feel like I maybe overpacked a little bit, but I wasn't sure because of the weather. I had to layer a lot. It got cold a lot. It rained. Raincoat, absolutely have to have. Under layers, like maybe 1 t-shirt. I would sometimes wear that under this shirt when it was a really cold day, and it was going to be like, 50 to 60, which was a lot of days. I would just wear that 1 shirt under this, and then I could peel this shirt off. Now, because of the way the neckline is on this, I would just wear a scarf at the same time. I probably could have gone away without my denim button down. It actually wrinkled a lot more than I thought, and I only wore it like once. Shoes, I did not like my Alokais. I'm gonna find something different for that. The black ballet flats were fantastic. And I probably brought 1 extra t-shirt, the blush t-shirt I hardly ever wore. I definitely cold weather. That's one thing that I'm glad that I adjusted for and added a couple more layers. With the black merino, definitely was invaluable. The jeans, I did not need any more pants. I could have lived in these. Black leggings, didn't really need those. Yeah. So I'll go back maybe do another video about the clothing. But pretty much could have worn this every day. This right here. So if it weren't for getting poop on them and sweaty and dirty hands and feet, because you're picking your kids up a lot when they've been stomping around in the dirt, especially when you're doing things like touring Normandy. Anything to add, Bob?
Nope.
I think I forgot to add that I brought an essential oil diffuser with all these essential oils. This has water in it, so then I would put this into this, and then that's like a room spray for when you don't need it. I brought too many. What did I use out of here? I used, my friends ended up not liking that, the Sacred Mountain. Did not use the Red Shot, surprisingly. The peppermint I used, tangerine, purification. Actually, okay, I didn't use the lemongrass as much as I thought I would, but it did get used. And the loyalty was actually good. I used up all my lavender. So that's kind of what I would bring again, plus lavender.